Humans, we used to live in a world like this. Calm, serene, golden, blissfully perfect. Our planet used to be one full of tranquil grace and idyllic elegance. Every corner of Earth prospered with diverse life, abundant beauty at every place that man could possibly travel to. Rainforest, animals, waterfalls, water, movement. But what happened? We happened. Technology advanced, industries developed, humans evolved. But what in the world is going on? We are building our own species, yet destroying our own Earth. Now, our beloved Earth is a raging hell. Fire here, fire there, city here, city there, city everywhere. Humans are advancing way too quickly. Our renewable resources are being extorted so rapidly that they can't be naturally replenished quick enough. Oh, and our non-renewable resources? No. It's not like we're self-inflicting death on our own planet by using them way too much. But wait, how could we forget about Earth's perpetual resources? Wait, never mind. We have barely touched those. How did we go from possessing a seemingly perfect planet straight from the gods to living on a concrete planet in asphalt cities? What if our kids' don't even know about trees? What if tropical rainforests and coral reefs become ruins of history? What if we did such a terrible job at keeping our planet afloat that our biodiverse existence was no more? Fortunately, I was recently given the opportunity and platform to advocate for the health of humans and our planet. This is how it all began. Hey guys, so right now it's the night before I leave to Maryland. I know this doesn't make any sense, so let me explain. A couple of days ago I was in class, it was a regular day, and my absolutely gorgeous teacher told the class about this amazing contest that PepsiCo Recycling were sponsoring. The second she began to explain, my face glowed up. I was on cloud 9, I was over the moon. I knew I could not wait a second longer. I ran out of the class, but first, I really had to urinate, so I ran at full speed to the bathroom. Not a single second could be wasted, therefore I did not hesitate to teach the class about the 12 shake technique. So let's say you're relaxing over the holidays and you randomly get the sudden urge to need to release your demons. Well, you're in luck for an unlimited time because you can now use this 12 shake technique to use the restroom and be sustainable. Instead of using more than one napkin, all you have to do is shake your hands 12 times after you're done washing them, and voila, now you only need one napkin. Look at me, I'm good looking and I'm saving the planet at the same time. But anywho, back to business. It was time to articulate a game plan, but first I had to get home. So for my second sustainable act of the day, I walked home instead of using a car. I walked for hours and hours, and finally at nighttime I reached my destination. I walked straight to my room and grabbed a map and set it up. After much deliberation and struggle, I finally decided that the best way to spread the word was to travel to another place. Therefore, like an elite scientist would do, I spun 5 times with my eyes closed, and wherever the pin in my hand landed is where I went. Bethesda, Maryland, baby. 19 miles from Washington, D.C. Here we go! It's me again, and I'm leaving to Maryland! I really hope this trip turns out great and we can make sustainable choices and teach you guys how to live the sustainable life. On my way to the airport, I saw a hill of trash. How sad it made me. Our beautiful city in dirty turmoil. But on a good note, it's time for sustainable tip number 3. Whenever you're driving from one place to another, especially during the holidays, try to use apps like Waze as much as possible. Quicker rides equals less fuel needed, which equals less toxic emissions poisoning our atmosphere. But anywho, I got to the airport and began to assemble my squad. Firstly, I asked my friend Iggy, and this was his response. 2, 1. Hold up. Did I hear that correctly? 2, 1. No. This guy can't be against saving the planet. A double agent of some sort. I heard a word from the corporation that he has joined another group. How could he? How could he? But alas, now I feel a fiery inspiration inside me to make the best video ever and save our planet. So I grabbed my buddies and flew to Maryland.
How are you?
Good.
You the same photographer?
Yeah. Did I really just say that? I am so sorry, Miss Shlachtman. The second I lied to the poor lady, I felt guilty. Look. Oh no, I'm so sorry. You can hear the regret and sorrow in my voice. I am truly sorry. I'm just a boy who's trying to save our planet. However, while flying, something else was lingering in my mind. The 3 R's. reusing, reducing, and recycling.
And chances are, you've probably already heard of the 3 R's already. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. An important part of reducing overall solid waste production is to look for ways to reduce for customer consumption of products and energy. There's simple ways to do this, like walking, biking, carpooling, just using less in general. Reducing consumption requires less raw material, which is good for the environment and makes it more sustainable.
The term reuse refers to using something more than once, and we could reuse things as easily as refillable water containers that we can use day in and day out. Sadly, plastics are made from a petroleum byproduct that takes over 1,000 years to decompose, and over 2 million plastic water bottles are thrown away every single year. So reducing plastic consumption not only helps reduce solid waste production, but also helps reduce energy used in production, air and water pollution caused by the byproducts of fossil fuels, and etc. Just a few examples of the many products that you could be reusing right now include cloth grocery bags instead of plastic and paper ones. You could also be reusing cloth napkins instead of paper ones, and also even rechargeable batteries, and obviously plastic bottles. And then we landed. I'm sorry for the bad audio, but I was kind of on a plane, and I hope this makes up for it. Go green!
Time is game.
Go green!
Go green.
Yeah!
Hey guys, I just want to send a little message out. It's good to be eco-friendly, stay active and be eco-friendly.
Shout out to my boy Josh, he's out here helping the environment. We don't use plastic around here, like
No
these
plastic.
cups.
No, we did not use those plastic cups. Look at us, the movement is growing. We're being sustainable more than 1,000 miles away from Miami. Ha 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 ha. No one can stop us, not even our president. Ha ha. I have bad news. Really bad news. The audio from the majority of the clips we recorded in Bethesda corrupted. However, it is still my civic duty to persevere over this minor setback. The only surviving clips are of me doing my part to save the world. And that was it. Thank you, Van, for saving us all that gas that we would have used if we had to rent multiple vehicles. Thank you, Airport Shuttle Bus, for being electric and doing your part. And finally, thank you, Montgomery and the district, for integrating legislation that discourages unsustainable actions. So I'm back in Miami, and it's Thanksgiving Day now. Evidently, it's been a couple days since I've last talked to you guys, but welcome to the third and penultimate part of the video. So this year for Thanksgiving, my parents decided to help co-host the family gathering. My brother and I urged and encouraged them to have a more sustainable Thanksgiving this year. Although this year's Thanksgiving is seemingly an improvement from years prior, it is definitely not perfect. In an effort to be more conscious about our decisions during the holidays, we bought soy wax candles, metal cutlery, and cloth napkins. As they were setting up in the morning, I couldn't help but notice the plastic plates and cups. Obviously, I'm a bit disappointed in myself for not noticing this earlier, but the only thing I could do now is learn from my mistakes and move forward. We're being sustainable over the Thanksgiving break, and right now he's eating flan, and her mom made it. Tell us about the process.
My mom, she used eggs, condensed milk and stuff, and with the eggshell she saves them and then she uses them for her plants. Like she puts it in the soil because it's good for her plants.
Exactly. She can use the eggshells towards compost, which is good for the environment and the soil. So instead of buying water to quench our thirst, we decided to be more sustainable and eco-friendly to get a picture of tap water. Not bottled water, but tap water. I need a black screen. Welcome to part 4. What you're about to see next was frightening to say the least, extremely unpleasant, and probably not the most intelligent thing to do. Nonetheless, my brother Maxwell insisted that we record our last study case here.
So right now we're at a place known as Matheson Hammocks. Matheson Hammocks is known to be a very beautiful place by people, but for the wrong reason. Matheson Hammocks is undergoing the results from a terrible scientific crisis known as global warming. And global warming has basically caused this entire lagoon to form, which is about 3 to 4 feet deep. A couple of decades ago, this lagoon had not even existed. Even in the early 2000s, this lagoon was a lot less prevalent. So along the lines of sea level rise, which has caused this lagoon to be 3 to 4 feet deep, as you can see on the coastline, sea level rise and its impact can be seen a lot greater than just this lagoon.
The popo caught us. Right now we're gonna go take a closer look at how our unsustainable choices and how climate change is affecting a city like Miami.
I'm guessing you're the white Jeep.
That's right, don't do what we did. After explaining to the officer what we were doing, he hesitantly let us go.
So right now I'm on the coastline of Miami, and as you can see, the greater impacts that global warming is having on sea level rise. Look how close this is to flooding. Feet, centimeters, or even millimeters can make the difference in flooding this beautiful area. According to USGS and NASA, changes in global climate exacerbate climate hazards and amplify the risks of extreme weather disasters. An increase in air and water temperature leads to rising sea levels, supercharged storms, prolonged droughts, and heavier precipitation. As a result of altering ocean temperature and evaporation rates, this can result in stronger storms, more powerful hurricanes, and increased wind speeds. Over the holidays, make sure to keep sustainability into consideration. A small sustainable choice that you can make is using hydro flasks instead of water bottles.
Like the field, we're going green.